progressing towards running. This is where I'm only going to give you a very small introduction, because honestly there's lots of programs online you can look into this that will be going in greater depth than what I am here. I just want to introduce the topic to you, okay? Because when you've had a lot of troubles with the arches of your feet, like I have as a teenager, you need to change the way you run. Most of the time, people who are having a lot of troubles with their feet are heel strikers when they land. And that puts a lot of problems, a lot of pressure right up the foot to the knee, to the hip. Obviously pretending that my hand is my foot and elbow is my knee. Now, what you need to do if you're a heel striker is you end up buying shoes with big fat cushions under your heels to help you with that support. But what about the days where those didn't exist? Literally, shoes with big heel supports didn't exist until the 70s, believe it or not. Before that, people were running in Tigers. That was like the athletic sprinting running shoe was Tigers. Now they're more just sort of fashionable going out shoes. But those were literally what Olympic runners and university top of the line runners were practicing track and field with. And they would get those coaches getting these runners out running barefoot often to strengthen the arches of their feet. And that's what I highly am recommending for you to do, is progressing your way off. So start off with the shoes you normally wear and your orthotics to keep those muscles in your feet awake, and start changing the way that you run to be more of a forefoot runner or midfoot strike, but towards the front rather than the heel. So it's going to act like a spring, just like you're skipping rope, which was one of the rehab exercises that we were working on. And have a look, honestly, check out online. There's lots of different great options out there to help you with a training program to running barefoot. If you looked at like barefoot running training program, and you can work towards that. I just want to get the idea in your head, to start working towards that. For those of you who are trying to get to that stage of running without the need of orthotics and crazy supportive shoes. So you start with a supportive shoe and the orthotic. Then what you do is you take the orthotics out and you stick with a supportive shoe. Once you find that you're good, because what you'll find is your calves, the muscle in the back of your legs, they are going to be exhausted. They're going to be cramping. So you can't, if you're used to going for a half-hour run, you can't just go for a half-hour run with a completely new technique like this. You will be dead the next day. You got to work your way to it. So do incremental running, or interval running, where you do a run, walk, run, or shorten that run significantly. Make sure you're okay the next day. You're going to need to work on those muscles, your calf muscles, your feet muscles with a trigger ball. I've got some exercises on our website, how to use those trigger balls to release and relax those muscles too. And you gradually progress as your body lets you. Now, so we're going with orthotics with your normal shoes. Throw the orthotics out, go with your normal shoes. Then what you're going to do is you're going to progress back in purchasing yourself a cheap pair of shoes that are a lot more flexible. And let me pick up my shoes here to show you. So these are, very flexible shoes. These are called Vivo barefoot shoes, which is what I wear at the office. But what you can do is you can buy some, honestly, go to Walmart, buy yourself a pair of Dunlops. It costs you, I think, about 20 bucks, if that. But they've got a whole pile of other shoes there. They're super flexible. They'll be a great shoe for you to work towards being able to run barefoot. And so what I would do is start with those shoes with your orthotics, okay? Because again, the orthotics will help awaken the muscles in your feet. Not all orthotics, as I've discussed in some of my other orthotic videos. Some orthotics are quite rigid, and they actually are not good at all to be running in, because they will block any springy action that your foot should have. And they actually make your feet weak because they do all of the supporting. But the foot levelers orthotics that we provide from our office are, they've got some give to them. And so they aren't doing all the work. They're asking you to do some of the work. And so they'll actually help awaken the muscles of your feet. So put that into your non-supportive shoes. Make sure that you're feeling pretty good that day, the next day, and keep doing that for a week or two. And then start running into those non-supportive shoes without the orthotic. And then if you're so inclined to do so, feel free to go out on some grass, completely barefoot, and start learning how to run barefoot and really strengthen those feet. And it won't be long that you'll be able to be barefoot, not needing orthotics, not needing crazy supportive shoes, which is what's happened with me over the years. I've been able to do that, but it took me close to 2 years to get to that stage, to be able to be in non-supportive shoes all the time. You may find that you can run in non-supportive shoes for a period of time, but the rest of the day you need some help to give your body the rest from the hard work you've just done. So it's a slow, gradual process, but you'll get there, and I'm excited to hear stories about your journey as you get those feet stronger.